It's okay.
Good evening, everyone. I did not start as late. People were still coming in, so I'm happy for you all to get here, get settled, and welcome. My name is Dina Kretzer. I'm an Executive Regional Vice President and Independent Consultant with Arbonne International, and this wonderful friend right here, wave, you already much taught, Connolly Stewart, Regional Vice President, and I offer this meeting along with the help, as you'll see, of many other consultants who are part of our teams each month. The primary purpose is for consultants on our teams and sidelines who are here that want to join us, and sidelines and consultants and guests who are watching via live stream right now. Try not to think about that video thing over there. But anyway, we are for you all to learn more, for guests to learn more about Arbonne, about the opportunity and what we are doing with this business. So it's my privilege tonight to get us started off. You're going to hear from Connolly throughout the meeting. But I'm going to begin by sharing a little bit of my journey with Arbonne, and then I want you to hear the Arbonne story and hear some solid facts about our products, about the company, and about what we believe is an unparalleled business opportunity. So I was introduced to Arbonne 9 years ago by way of a little sample pack that came in the mail with my permission, but from a consultant I didn't know. She was the sister of a friend who was raving about these products. I said, fine, have your sister send me samples. You know, I have tried it all this anti-aging lotion potion stuff at my age. I had tried plenty of it. None of it worked. But I said, you can send me samples, I'll give you my opinion. Well, this little system made such a difference in how my skin felt within the first day that after I used up, 4 days of it, I ordered the products, and not at all thinking that it would ever do anything visibly, but with 4 weeks of consistent morning-night use, a couple of minutes in the morning and at night, I saw visible differences. And those of you who are 20 out here, or that doesn't mean a lot to you, but when 50 was my next birthday and my daughter's wedding was coming up after that, any visible difference was extremely exciting, especially when others began to notice it. So I immediately emailed her and said, those little sample pack things, send me more of those, because I have plenty of friends out here who are my age and seeing the same things in the mirror that I was seeing, and I can send you business all day long out there. And of course, being a smart consultant, what did she want to do? Why don't you take a look at this business? And I could not have been less interested. That was the first time I even thought, is it one of these things? Because I didn't even host for people who did these things. I didn't go to houses where one of these things were going to be. I thought, oh no. I said, no, I don't have time. Well, actually, I didn't say that. I just made up reasons why I didn't want to talk, couldn't talk right then. But finally, I thought, you know what, let her talk. And just 10 minutes, and then you can say, thanks for sharing, I'll be your client, but I'm not doing this business. I didn't realize that I was already doing 2 of the 3 activities that a consultant does. I was using and loving the products myself. I was recommending them to others, even when I had no thought about getting paid for it. I was just telling my friends about it. And the only thing I wasn't doing was teaching others to do what I was doing and earning an income and showing others how to do the same. Well, this consultant, being the sister of a friend, had never met me, so she could not have known a single thing about the financial crossroads that my husband and I were in. And I mean stuck in, as in had been there for a long time. She just knew that she had a gift to offer. But 30 years before, I had faced that same decision that if you're a mom in here, it's the same decision that all young moms face when they have their first baby. What is that? Do I stay home and raise this child the way I want to, and we learn how to live on one income, or do I keep working and pay someone else to raise this child, and then my paycheck is not what it used to be because now I'm paying somebody else a whole lot of money to take care of my child for many hours during the day. And I am not standing here to say that one is right and one is wrong. It's a tough decision. There's benefits to both sides. There's downsides to both sides. There's not a perfect decision. But see, I only saw those 2 doors. I didn't realize that all this time there was door number 3. Because Arbonne existed, yes, even back when I was having babies. I promise you, it existed then, not long before. But had I known about this, that I could have been building a business with very little hours away from my family. I think about what I did back then away from my children I played tennis in a doubles group once a week with some girlfriends, and my husband was home with the children, and they played at friends' houses without me during little bits of time like that. I could have been building a business that would have first replaced my professional income and then would have replaced my husband's probably by the time we were 40. But I didn't know about door number 3, so we lived with door number 1 and just made a lot of sacrifices and learned how to live on one income. So fast forward, because y'all don't need to hear the whole, 30 years to now, or we'd be here all night, but we're going to just fast forward to where we were when I heard about Arbonne. At that time, my husband had gotten really tired of the corporate America politics game, and had gotten tired of trading his valuable time for a set dollar amount while he built the wealth of someone else. And he had started his own business out of our house. And so he had been there for many years, and then in 2000, we bought another business that I began to run from home. It's a pre-employment screening firm. We still own it. I still do that. So we verify employment. I do check personal references, all this. But I never meet those people. We're not an employment agency. I just see an application and make all these calls and type all that information in. So hour after hour after hour, it's phone, paperwork, and I was seeing no one except my husband. Does anybody in here want to work at home with only their husband 24/7? And I knew down to my core that I needed to find something else to do. It was a smart business because our daughters were in their early teens when we bought that, and it kept me home. When they walked in the door from school, and if you have middle school, high school, it's really a great thing if you can be home when they walk in the door and hear about their day and be involved in their life. And I loved that. I loved over the years that I was not having to ask anyone's permission if I got up and went and watched their tennis matches or their show choir competitions or ran their friends around or actually went to lunch with some of my own friends from time to time. I was beginning to experience what it was like to be self-employed. And by the 6 years in that business, when I got to the point where I was hearing of Arbonne, I was absolutely unemployable because there was no way, even though I knew we needed to do something different, that I could go back to trading my time for a set dollar amount, building someone else's wealth, and even more, letting someone else have decisions made about how much I could earn, like a cap on what I could earn, and what time I had to be at a desk, and when I could get up for how long, and what week I could take off in the summer, or if I could take off because somebody else was taking off. There were just too many valuable freedoms by then. But besides my work being boring, the biggest downside to what we were doing is that being self-employed, I would bring up to my husband from time to time, have you ever thought about that we're going to have to keep doing what we're doing literally until our last day on earth, and hope and pray that we are healthy enough and still smart enough mentally to be able to do our jobs as well as we do them today, because the day we can't is the day our clients stop writing us checks. And even though we were never in consumer debt, it was just impossible being self-employed to save fast enough and adequately enough for retirement. But we didn't have an answer. We'd have that conversation and come back to the conclusion, we both work all the time. What else can we possibly do? And I didn't know, and yet I was saying, no, I don't want to hear about Arbonne. Never connecting the dots that this might have anything to do with me. So I'm going to circle back to that at the end, but that is where I was when I began to listen to what this consultant had to say over the phone. So I'm just going to begin here by sharing with you a little of the Arbonne story. Arbonne, are coming up on 36 years of business. It may sound like the thing to do if you're going to take a look at a network marketing business is to go with a company that's just getting started, to be in on the ground floor and thinking, I wish I'd been in on the ground floor of Arbonne. You know what? We have, sidebar, as much of an opportunity as the people who were in on the ground floor in Arbonne. That's how cool the business model is. But as far as being in on the ground floor of some latest and greatest network marketing company, the fact is that 85% of companies in this industry do not make it past the first couple of years. And yet, after 35 years, Arbonne saw double-digit growth in our own country in 2015. That is powerful because we've got the security of a company that's weathered a lot of ups and downs in the economy and is still growing. We cannot wait to see what the products are. It continues to be cutting edge products that Arbonne comes out with, and we will see who else is going to GTC in here. We're going to see and sample the new products next Thursday night there. And so for those of you who are not going, log on Friday morning. You won't get to sample them, but you can see them and order them as early as Friday morning. Our VP of Product and Development is committed to going beyond products where we can say about another company, oh yeah, we have one of those too. Oh, we have one of those too. Their goal is to have revolutionary products that no one else is doing. And I'm amazed at who they continue to bring in to come up with these products for us. So if you can see the timeline across the bottom of that, we began adding other countries in 2006 and are poised for a huge global expansion. So what sets us apart from other companies is our product advantage. It's partly what we do put in the products, which is on this page, and the next page will say what we don't put in the products that sets us apart. So looking at this list, you can see that's botanically based products. It's never tested on animals. Everything is vegan certified, dermatologist tested, and it is built on the Swiss heritage to European standards. That's important. This was information I had never thought of before, really had not researched, but because Arbonne is, our research and development lab is in Switzerland, that's where the products are formulated, we have to go by the European standards. And the European Cosmetic Union Directive bans more than 1,000 ingredients that are widely used in the United States. It's shocking what is allowed in skincare here. So the policy, just that it's made in Europe, formulated in Europe, it's made in Irvine, California, but being formulated in Europe, we go by the strict Swiss standards. And then you look at what is not in the products and look at this list of there is no gluten, no petroleum products, mineral oil, which just locks down the pores of your skin where good ingredients cannot go in and the toxins cannot escape. There's no animal products or byproducts. There never have been. It's not that Arbonne found out about this and had to change. It's never been. They've never tested on animals. There's no chemical dyes and fragrances. A lot of people will say they have sensitive skin, and the reason is that every product they've ever used has all this in it. And so many people with sensitive skin have been able to use all of the Arbonne products perfectly fine because these are not in it. And then and no parabens, and there's no artificial sweeteners, colors, or flavors, which applies more to our nutrition line. People are becoming increasingly aware of the importance of what goes in the skin. Long before I paid attention to what was going in my skin, I was starting to read labels on the foods that I bought, but I didn't know until I began learning more after starting this business that what goes on the skin goes directly into the bloodstream in 26 seconds without going through a major detoxifying organ. So it is even scarier what we put on the skin than what we ingest. So for those we share our products with, we're not introducing them to something that was not in their budget before. Before I started Arbonne, I was washing my hair. I was washing my face, washing my body, using day cream on my face, using a body lotion, using vitamins, using deodorant, toothpaste. Those are products Arbonne has. These are products like everyone is using. So all we're doing is offering a different brand and one whose ingredient policy they can trust, an ingredient policy that is pure and safe. We have a wide range of consumable products. Our two leading lines are pictured at the top. It's our RE9 anti-aging skincare line. It was introduced in 2003. The next year, the sales jumped 164%. If you've ever had your own business, a 10% growth is awesome. 164% is unheard of. And then they reformulated it in 2010. It's even more effective, works even faster. And then the Essentials line, the nutrition is amazing. And that is our second leading line. And the other pictures you're seeing up here are not by any means all that we have, but you're seeing pictures of our sunscreen line, our cosmetics line, our marine botanicals, body products, and the hair care for color-treated hair. Back to the RE9 line, they did clinical trials on 3 products out of this line: the Corrective Eye Cream, the Intensive Renewal Serum, and the Extra Moisture Day Cream with SPF 20. without going into a lot of detail, these products, each one of them, beat out the leading network marketing brand, the leading department store brand, and these were all based on factors of firmness, elasticity, and hydration. Three things that I very much want in my skin: firmness, elasticity, and hydration. And so you can know that you really are getting the best from clinical results. And these were, of course, people who did not know they were trying Arbonne. Amber, don't panic. I'm not going to present the 30 days to healthy living. She's back there going, this is my part. And so I am going to skip over these 2 pages because you're going to hear an awesome presentation in just a few minutes by District Manager Amber Fry on our Clean Eating Challenge. This is another thing that sets us apart from other companies that just have skincare, because this 30-day Clean Eating Challenge that helps us to really hit the refresh button, eliminate toxins, and reduce the number of toxins we're taking in the first place. It allows us to teach people to eat clean. So it's far more than just getting in front of someone and selling something just to be earning money. The information we have to share changes people's health, changes people's lives. So I'm going to skip through there. There's a little bit of a favorite product, but Amber, that's going to be all yours. So I'm going to keep moving. And I'm going to transition now from the products into the business. In the traditional business model, the products go from the manufacturer to the wholesaler, to the warehouser, to the sales force, to the retailer. A lot of advertising goes on in there as well. And that's why we as consumers pay so much for the products that we buy in the store. Now from the other side, as you are the owner of a traditional business, there is a high risk. If you have a brick and mortar business, there's a lot of overhead, stress, payroll, employees. Now we don't have the overhead since we have our offices in our home for our other business, but I can tell you from experience, we do not own those 2 businesses. They own us, and they keep us on a very short leash. If we don't answer the phone and return calls pretty quickly, if we don't get Jeff with his tax returns back or me with the background checks back, clients would notice in a heartbeat. We can't move but so much from that. And also, we're going to go on to the next page. I want to make sure I don't add anything in here so we can finish on time. But I'm going to, in contrast, give you Arbonne's network marketing model, where instead of all those middlemen in there that drive the price up, it simply goes from the manufacturer to the client, to that consumer, with only the independent consultant in the middle, but not even in our hands. It doesn't come to our front porch where we have to separate orders and run products from Short Pump to Petersburg to Mechanicsville. Who would do that? Would anyone in here be doing this business if you had to open boxes and run products all over creation? Instead, our clients even have their own ID number. They get online, they place their order, and the product shipped straight to them. The system keeps track on it. Our clients are order and reorder, and we are paid. Arbonne stocks the products. That's significant because a lot of network marketing companies require you to order the products first, quite a bit of products, often in the thousands of dollars of products, and then it is on you to sell what you now are the proud owner of. And a lot of people get stuck with that, and that's what gives this kind of business the reputation of, I know someone who did such and such, they sunk a lot of money into it, they lost a lot of money. But we don't have inventory. I have products that I use for personal use, quite a few of them, but they're products like what I was buying anyway. I just was not getting paid to shop from my own store. And I have products that I share and let others sample, but I do not stock inventory. No one in here does. So basically, we get to find people who we enjoy being with and mentor and train them to build a $1 million business right along with us. The question, let me see if I have enough time to explain this because it's important. Oops, I think I will not. I mean, I was trying, well, I will because it is important. Is the question comes up so often, is this a pyramid thing? And, you know, that's what I thought that I was supposed to ask, because didn't someone say that it was a pyramid? I couldn't even have explained what a pyramid was, but someone said that. And so a pyramid, think of any business that you can name, this hotel, a Starbucks, any corporation, the school system, the hospital, and it is all set up like a pyramid, where those who have less education, less experience, have caps all the way up on what they can earn. And no matter how hard they work, no matter how much they take extra classes or better themselves, they will never ever promote but so far, because it's set up as a pyramid so that the people at the top, the owners, have the lion's share of the income. And those who are in that pyramid are trading their time. They may love their job. The jobs are great. I'm glad that there are people who like to make coffee at Starbucks. I'm glad there's people who know how to cut and color my hair. But I am so glad but still, at the end of the day, there's a lot of that as far as just the financial business sense of it, is trading time for a set dollar amount and building the wealth of someone else. Arbonne is an inverted pyramid. A legitimate network marketing company is an inverted pyramid where on day one, you are that CEO at the bottom of that, and you can take this business as high and wide as you want to. And there literally is room for everyone at the top. That's not just a nice sounding cliche. That really is how it is, because there's no one to set a cap on what you can earn. So there are 4 key factors that are essential if you're going to have the best success in network marketing. Some people try to build network marketing businesses where there's none of these factors in existence. Some maybe only have one, but Arbonne has all 4. The first is that you have a consumable product. The products run out. All of these products run out, and people reorder. And reorder means repeat sales, which means residual income. I would never put my time into a business where people did not have to reorder. The next is the marketplace demand. Every person, every age, men, women, babies, children, all use these products. And there's such a huge demand for health and wellness. The baby boomers are trying to look as good as we can and feel as good as we can for as long as we can. And all of you coming up behind us are much more enlightened and educated and proactive about health than we were. We weren't reading labels. I bet I wasn't reading labels till somewhere in my 40s. So next is the ability to leverage your time, because everyone wants a way to work harder and not smarter. When I was thinking of what else could I do to add to our income, everything that I could possibly think of would have required that I went and worked more hours and had almost no time left when I hardly had any time anyway. So we simply find others who are looking for the same types of choices that we're looking to create and mentor them and train them to build this along with us. And then the last is the timing and trends, because the top financial forecasters have said that the 2 places, the 2 arenas where the next wave of millionaires will come from is the health wellness industry and the network marketing industry. And Arbonne is both of those, with this little anti-aging skincare line thrown in here. So just over the top as far as what it has going for it to succeed. And so many people are looking for a way to be self-employed so that an employer is not the only one holding their financial future, their financial security in their hands. And people today know it really needs to be internet-based. Next is that it is a global opportunity. Arbonne is already in Canada, the UK, Australia, Poland. In May, we're going into New Zealand, and in the fall, into Taiwan. And you may think, well, that's all fine, but I don't know anyone in any of those other countries. But just begin to ask and have conversations and say, who do you know? I'm looking to expand my business into New Zealand. Who do you know in New Zealand? And you know what? Maybe the first person you ask doesn't know anything, but I bet if you continue to ask those questions, or who would like to write off a business trip to the Rocky Mountains in Colorado? Who do you know in Colorado? Do you know anyone in Colorado? I'm really looking to expand my business to Colorado. You continue to ask, and you can find a team in those other countries. And I think my favorite slide, y'all may laugh, is this next one. It starts with you. I love this because it really does. It starts with your desire, with your want to have something different in your life. And then we all just build a network of other clients and independent consultants. We share and find our own customers after 9 years. I absolutely still find my own new customers every month because I want to, because I believe in the products, because I can't help but share what I found in these. But we also teach and train others to do what we're doing so that they can have the same types of choices, their own brand of freedom, what that means to them. Our compensation plan is very generous. I'll go through this quickly here. I got started a little late. I'm not really this much over. And we start as, you begin as a consultant, and you promote to district manager. We teach you how to do that in your first 2 to 3 months. This chart says that district managers earn between $200 and $1,000, but I believe that the average for consultant level is about $400 to $500, district manager $500 to $1,000. So think of what that could mean for you. Could that mean something about a car payment, or maybe it could just mean that cushion where there's too much month at the end of the money. It could mean different things for different people, but you would earn considerably more than if you went to work for minimum wage and sold a bunch of, traded your time for a lot of hours to be on someone else's schedule, even right at district manager. Promoting to area manager is next, $1,000 to $3,500 a month. What could that mean? That could be replacing a part-time and even a full-time income. And this is where you can put it in your will. Your ID number is what you're willing to your family, so that if anything happens to you, your family receives your Arbonne ID number, and they receive your paycheck for 2 generations. I have yet to hear of any other company that does that. Those of you who are working somewhere right now, if something happened to you, would your family continue to receive the same paycheck you're receiving today for 2 generations? That doesn't happen. The next level is regional vice president, where the monthly commission ranges from $3,500 to $16,000 a month. And here Arbonne gives the company car, the white Mercedes, because the product philosophy being pure, safe, beneficial, Arbonne chose the pure white, safe Mercedes for the company car. And while it was not about the car for me, and for the first, probably better part of a year, I don't think I even mentioned anything about the car, because I thought people who know me are going to think, oh my word, she really has fallen for some scam thing. She thinks she's going to get this car one day. And I didn't want people to think that was my focus, because it wasn't. But the day that I got to park my 14-year-old Oldsmobile Aurora that I'd inherited from my father that had 2 million miles on it, on a dealer's lot, and come home in a car that Arbonne made all the payments on. Now we own that car free and clear. We have for 2 years, and Arbonne still gives the same payment. So we've been able to save that. It's a wonderful benefit. And then at the at the regional vice president level that I said, they put $800 in your check for that car payment. You can have a payment below it or above it. $800 is what you get. It's a pretty good budget to work with. At the national vice president level, the average monthly commission is $22,000, and it goes up from there. And the people that we are following who are directly leading us are earning not just double and triple that, but much more than that, up to solid 6 figures per month. And it happens by simply that it starts with you, Paige, and promoting to district, and you promote your districts to area, and areas promote to region, but you just keep helping the next person and the next person be successful in this business. For the sake of time, I'm going to skip to this next one, which is what holds people back. And you can see this kind of list of some common fears and hesitations. I had them all and some more. Because the one that's not up there that I had was, I don't want to be a pushy salesperson. And I was told, good, because I don't want any pushy salespeople around me. And that's what I tell people when they say that. Don't get weird, because you have become an Arbonne consultant. You weren't a pushy, weird person before. Don't change. Just be yourself and offer this. It's great if somebody's interested. Great if they're not. You don't need the whole world to buy your products and join your business. Just offer it and see who it's right for. But everyone comes to the table with some set of fears. This is new. This is change. This is absolutely thinking out of the box. But I'm just going to hit a few of these because I went through them too. The first is that I don't have time. You don't know how busy I am. And everyone thinks they are the busiest person in the whole world. And if there were time tonight, I could tell you how busy each person who I know who's a consultant in this room is or was when they started this business. And most people do build this business in little nooks and crannies around a full-time job or full-time chasing kids around at home, which is just as full-time crazy. I did not have time, I didn't think, to add some other little hobby into my life. But I found that I could make time. Once I saw what I could create with this, I could make time to create a business that was going to create this kind of residual income and open up some choices for myself and my family that we had never had. And the money, I don't have enough money, I think it's said at the misinformation of thinking of someone else who started some other business and had to invest thousands of dollars, and so they think I don't have thousands of dollars to get started. And we never said it took thousands of dollars. It's $79 to register as a consultant. And yes, you do need to be using some of the products, but there's no rule that says you need to go order 400 products at first, but begin to use something so that you have a story to say to someone else of what you're using and how much you love it. It's products you're going to use anyway. You're just shopping at your own store. So on the time and money, lumping those together, I would just ask you to think, if you're doing what you're doing now, the job that you have, is it going to create more time freedom and flexibility for you 2 and 3 years from now? And is it going to create a residual income for you 2 or 3 years from now? Because increased free time and an increased residual income are gifts that Arbonne will give. And then going to the next one, don't know enough people. No one knows enough people. Whether you know 1 or 50 or 100, no one knows enough people to build a business like this. But you meet people through people through people. So if you know one person, and if you're in here and you say you don't, well, go meet somebody standing at that hotel desk on your way out. You'll know one person. Ask that one person if they would get just a few friends together one time just to help you get started. And you meet people through people. I did not know one single person in this room when I began. So if you're looking for something different, the only way that you'll get past some of these fears, there's no easy way. You just have to do it. You just step out and begin. If you've been around like I was, small-minded, negative thinkers, not naming any friends because if they're mine, there's no one here. So as I said, I didn't know any of you all before I started, but I definitely had some small-minded thinkers around me that made me question the decision I was getting ready to make. Thinking, there's got to be some catch. This sounds too good, Dina. Don't listen to all this. This sounds too good to be true. So I went looking for the catch, and here it is. Somebody knows what the catch is. Some other consultant talk for a second. What's the catch? You have to work. Thank you. I was die if that was a dead question. That's right. I'm glad I heard a chorus of you work. That's it. And, when you hear those stories that, some friend of mine or my husband's cousin out in whatever place, they did one of these things and it didn't work. They lost a lot of money in it. If they say that, I say that's a translation for, in my mind, I might not say that to them, it's a translation for that person didn't work. Or they didn't work long enough. Maybe they gave it 3 months or 6 months, but did not work consistently over a long period of time. We have never said and never will that this is a get-rich-quick scheme. You should run from anything like that. But this is a way, a very realistic, honest way to work hard and to build a steady residual income. And again, this is not supposed to work for us at all. We're supposed to work for our business. And last on this, what will people think? I encourage you, I did think that. I would think about it when I would picture myself telling a certain person what I'm doing and think, oh my gosh, I don't want to have that conversation because I know what they're going to say. But I encourage you to ask, what do you want? Ignore the dream stealers, ignore the chatter, ignore those that think these things don't work, and think about what do you want for yourself, for your life, if you're married, for your family, and just leap out in faith. The last slide here is about dreaming big, which were words that were not in my vocabulary because I was a diehard realist, and dream talk was just not even on the radar for us. But I knew that I was where I was today because of the choices we've been making. We didn't know what to do, so we kept doing what we were doing. And I knew if we continued to do what we would do, I would be right where I was 5 years later. And instead of asking myself, what if this doesn't work, I chose to ask myself, what if it does? Or better said, what if I work? What if I work? Then why not me? And that's where I was going to end. And probably, and could, right there, asking you to take a look at those questions and really ask, if you keep what you're doing, where will you be in 5 years? But on the way out here tonight, I had just this little moment of thinking, and y'all can tell me whether you like this example or not, but who stayed up to the end of the basketball game last night? Anybody besides me? Okay. All right. And it was an awesome game. I don't know who it is. It has nothing to do with who you might have been pulling for. And I wasn't even going to watch it because I don't have ties to either one of those schools, but I finished what I was doing, and it was into the second half. And it was really close, and I got pulled into it. So does anybody not know how it ended? That there was this incredible three-point shot by North Carolina to tie it up with 4 seconds left in the game. Villanova gets the ball, and they have 4 seconds to either let it go into overtime or to do something. And this guy makes an unbelievable three-point basket right before the buzzer sounds, and Villanova wins the game. Didn't even stay up for the interview because I was so tired by then I couldn't get off the couch. I was like, I'll just listen to this. So they interviewed this guy. Did anyone hear this? Oh, y'all went to bed. Y'all were smart. And the person interviewing him said, what did you think, when that ball left your hands, the one that won it, when the ball left your hands, did you think it was going in? And his answer was, I believe all my shots are going in. And I thought, thank you. Because that is what is true about this business. If you think, it sounds like it works for her, but I don't know. I don't think I could find people who would order the products. I don't know that I could find anyone who would join me in business. You will be right. But if you think, why not me? I know that if I worked and I just got myself out there and began to ask, I would find people who value these products, all these other people do, and I would find people who are looking to create some change in their life and live life by design. And if you believe that, your Arbonne shot is absolutely going to go in. So thank you, Villanova guy. What is his name? I don't even know who his name is. Okay, but anyway, he gave me a great example. So thanks for listening, and now we are going to have Connolly come up here, and we are going to recognize some amazing consultants for their work in the previous month. And you know what? I'm going to find my page, but you're up. Oh, did I take it?
Here it is.
Thank you.
Okay, thank you, Dina.
Thank you. That was fun.
Inspirational. I love that message at the end because I'm nowhere near any sort of sports fan, so I saw all this news on my Facebook feed this morning. So anyways, let's do some recognition. This is our favorite part of the meeting. So first we're going to start with those who are in qualification for district manager. This is our first promotion in Arbonne. And so Amber Lillystrom, who is New Hampshire. Amber, maybe you're watching, hopefully sponsored by Rachel Canfield.
So we don't have flowers to give because they're out of town, right? We'll show them the
Yep,
flowers.
and then your consultant.
Oh, and Elka is here. Elka Brown in Virginia, sponsored by Dottie Brown. Come on. Awesome. You can have a little picture. Dottie, come up here. Okay. And Jesse, you're the whole family here. I'll take a picture of all of you. Or someone. Want me to take a picture? You get in it?
Fam up here.
And we're not. Trust me, get it. All right. And Dottie is sponsored by Jesse. And I'm doing this because I don't like to be in pictures by myself. So I figured 1, 2, 3, smile. We'll put some of your Arbonne family in the picture. Okay, there you go. Congrats, Elka. We're so proud of you.
And we look forward to recognizing both you and Amber next month as new district managers. And this month we do have 2 new district managers. Okay, so our first district manager is in Connecticut. So I know she's watching. Kate Pico in Connecticut, sponsored by Julia Jane. Where's Julia Jane?
Right there.
Sponsored by Julia Jane. Kate, we are so proud of you. Your gifts are in the mail, my friend, and we can't wait to hear a special message from you in just a minute, too. We're going to play a message that Kate recorded. And second, who is here, is Miss Geraldine Carey. She's actually from Stafford, Virginia. Came down tonight, sponsored by Jamie Stafford. So
Congrats, Geraldine. There you go. Thank you.
And you get gifted in Arbonne a lot. It's another perk of this business. So from your district manager and from your area manager and from your regional vice president. Oh, we're getting our picture.
Okay, moment. There we go. 1, 2. All right.
And you say that because you're going to share
Oh,
a
okay.
little something. But I will say real quick, it's just been such a pleasure to get to know Geraldine. And so Geraldine and Jamie work together, and I'm not going to steal that story, but it's just so cool how this business connects you to people. We would have never known each other. You're a mom too, but of 3, not 2, and I just look up to you for so many reasons. How you juggle your schedule. And this gal's a former Marine, so she knows how to get it done.
Yeah.
So, congratulations. Did you have something you want to share?
I just wanted to share how proud I am of you. Geraldine and I met each other last summer. We're both school counselors in Stafford County, and from the very beginning, we call each other, we're just 2 peas in a pod, and we're partners in crime. We work together every day, and a lot of times we're doing things that require a lot of emotional, stress on ourselves, helping our students. And when I introduced the products and the business to Geraldine, I mean, this girl right here, I look up to you in so many ways because you just kind of set your mind to it and you ran with it. And I feel like I'm trying to catch up behind you. Your time management, I've never seen anything like it with her time management, having 3 kids and juggling military and home and spouse and Arbonne. So I'm just really proud of you, and I'm so excited we get to do this journey together.
Are you good with those?
Yeah, I'm good.
Okay, so you just share just quick little something about you.
Okay, so as you now know, my name's Geraldine, and I was in the Marine Corps for 12 years, and I left the active duty service because I wanted to spend more time with my 3 wonderful children and my husband, and so I decided to go into school counseling. So with that also was this huge pay cut, going from 6 figures to education income. Some of you might know that is a huge cut. So I knew that I had to find something that was going to make up that gap, and so Jamie introduced me to the products, and then I loved the products, and I was like, oh, these are amazing. And then when I realized that there was an income potential there as well, I was like, oh, okay. And then I all of a sudden ran with it, and I realized that, oh my gosh, I can actually make up this gap and beyond that. So that's why I'm doing this. But then I also realized that there's so much more to it than that. To be able to share these amazing products and what they're capable of doing for people is just, there's so much more to it than, the income. And so I think that is the why of why I'm doing it now. It's the products, it's to be able to spend time with my family. I love my job now, so it's not really to stop what I'm doing because I love being a school counselor. I love being able to help people. So I want to thank you and Jamie for everything that you have done, answering my endless questions. So
I'll be answering
thank you so much.
Okay, and then Ginger, quick video from Miss Kate Pico in Connecticut.
Well,
We're trying to get
standing on her
poor Kate.
is this going to happen?
You want me to hold one?
Sure, why not? Go.
I guarantee you don't want me near it. Uh-oh, she's talking.
And I am so excited to be growing my business and to be part of this team. I was introduced to Arbonne about 10 years ago. I was having a lot of issues with my skin. Everything I put on my face would cause a reaction. I first started using the cosmetics and fell in love with them. And I've used nothing else since. And then I started using the skincare line and I fell in love with all the other products. I am a teacher and have very little time to myself. And decided a few months ago that it was time for me to start working this business in order to be able to leverage my time better and have more flexibility and to travel and do the things that I want to do with my family. So I'm looking forward to continuing to grow and all of the opportunities that Arbonne is going to bring to me and my family.
Thank you, Kate.
And I will say Kate's really just been a great example of someone not here in Virginia local, just taking this business, leading with it, and getting going and sponsoring others. Okay.
Absolutely. Next, we want to recognize several who are in qualification for the next level, which is area manager. And I was supposed to recognize a sideline first. Melinda, are you here? That's you. Okay, I was trying to figure out which one you are. Come up here. And this is such a great thing about Arbonne is Melinda's Executive National Vice President. We didn't get to meet before. Hi, I'm Dina Kretzer.
Hi, Dina.
It is good
Nice
to
to
meet
meet
you because her National Vice President is Christy Moses, who is a good friend of Lynn Pawana's. And so, you know, just with the connections, Christy got in touch with me. I have somebody awesome who is a teacher in Amelia and a basketball coach who is in qualification for area who has just skyrocketed her business with the Healthy Living Program, I understand. So, congrats. Just let someone get your picture right here. And I look forward to getting to know you. So, I'm glad that you came.
My husband's here, and he's the only guy, and I just know.
Oh,
another time. Well, you need to meet Frank. Anyway, he's our biggest fan, and like is on the phone, like writing notes. And I'm like, write this lady's number down and stuff. And he's always checking my dashboard for me. And stuff. So thank you, honey, for coming.
I was trying to figure out which one you were. So great. Next in qualification for area is Jeanette Stoneman, sponsored by Congress. And Amy Mira, who I sponsored, who could not be here. Stay up there, Jeanette. You know we take pictures here. And Anna Nice, who I sponsored as well. Come up here, I remember this sweet girl with her baby and here the first time that she came, and I tell you what, somebody can build this. These two, how many, 4 children each here? And are building
each have
this
4,
business.
that's a total.
Yes.
Getting these pictures. You got a basketball
right there. So get Jeanette and Anna there. We'll put that on our Facebook page. Oh, great. So proud of both of you. So awesome. Oh, I love you. And now, y'all know what's next, don't you? We have 2 new area managers. I am so excited. I'm going to bring them up one at a time so they can get. Dottie, are you already crying? All right, you're next. Okay. So, my dear friend, Ann Maloney. I am so excited. And I was going to tell our story, you probably met, but I asked you to speak, so. I learned if somebody's taking a picture, I'm not going to be talking during it. I have my mouth. All right, Carly, take this. All right. So, anyways, just that. Give you your flower and your gifts. And then if you want to set them down while you're talking, you can. But I have so loved watching Ann grow, not just grow this business, but grow in her belief in the industry, in herself, to be able to build this. And what a dear friend. You know, we met when we were facilitating a parenting class at our church. And you know what? I asked you to speak, so I'm not going to say very much more. I'm so proud of you. And you keep saying, everyone keeps telling me, I personally. No, don't tell me. Congrats, Ann.
Thank you. I did plan.
I'm going to get some water. How's that?
I have to tell Dina something real quick. Okay. Anyway, I love Dina. She's always got the right thing to say at the right time. And so she said, well, Ann, will you speak? And I said, well, of course I will. And I will plan ahead so I don't ramble on and on because I've been around for a while. But I had to laugh. Well, back up one quick thing. If it weren't for Dina, I really would not be standing here today. Because when I didn't believe, Dina believed for me, and she believed and believed and believed. So I just want to thank Dina for that. But in the last couple of days, it's come to my attention that I am the poster child for perseverance for our region, and so I was like, okay, you know, I think that's a compliment. I really do. So I'm going to just look it up, and it says continued steady belief or effort, withstanding discouragement or difficulty. And so I thought, now you know what? I do define that word, but if I had really done that, I would be an RVP right now. So if I'd really persevered and overcome all my discouragements, I would be standing here as an RVP. So I just thought that was kind of funny in my mind, how I've made some leaps. Well, my original goal in Arbonne
was not to become that identifier for many people. When people have told me it's given them hope that I persevered through my, struggles, that makes me happy. Because if I can give any of you reason to not quit, to believe in yourself by standing up here, then that is worth everything I've done in the last several years. Now, Arbonne journey to promotion is not the same for everybody, and I've seen that time and time again. We all come to the business at different ages, stages, experiences, and social backgrounds. The business model and the job description, however, never change. It's just we are the change factor that comes in. It's a level playing field. But who we are and what we do with it is different. And so I would say if it isn't working for you, then look at you. Say, what is it about me that I need to change? Because others around you are enjoying success in their business. It may not have come together for you yet, despite all your hard work and your efforts. But don't give up, because you may have to change some of your mindsets, some of your work patterns. It just might need little tweaks. So don't give up before the paycheck comes. So I would say this is my advice to the newbies. Take the business serious. Treat it as if you've taken on the new position at the top company in Richmond. Know the job description and follow it daily. Be the model for consistency. Work hard as you would for anyone else. And then set goals every day, every week, every month. Jump in with both feet. Not do what I did. Don't put one in the past and one barely in the present. If you do this, your business will not grow. You will stall and eventually quit, or you will be on a longer road than necessary. Grab hold of your upline success if you can't believe it for yourself yet, or it will be, and then it will become real for you. So if you're a DM and holding, like I was for a while, quit beating yourself up. That gets you nowhere fast. Review the 222 system, our system for success. Are you really doing it? Ask yourself honestly. Have a heart-to-heart with yourself. And if it's not working, then you need to fix it. Fix what you're doing and relaunch yourself mentally. Be coachable and change what needs to change, and use your setbacks as your strengths. Attend every event, no matter what. This is hard, even when you're looking at the success around you. But if you had a meeting at the office today, would you skip it? If you had a bad day at work, or if you missed your goals that month? No, you would not. You would show up no matter what, because that's what they expect of you. So expect it of yourself as well. So what were my game changers after being in Arbonne and being a district manager for a while? I was working contract. I'm an architect. I was working contract for another company. I was doing design work, and then I was doing some of my own design work, and I enjoyed it. But I didn't get paid what I was expecting to get paid, if at all, sometimes for working. I worked hard. I showed up on time when I was told. I acted as the professional that I am, and one day it dawned on me that I wasn't consistently doing for myself what I was doing for other people. I thought, well, what if I did the same things for my business? If I consistently worked on income-producing activity, not just thinking about Arbonne, I would be paid every month on time. The paycheck would show up. I had some design jobs that I'd done great work, I couldn't get paid for it. It took me 3 months to get paid. So Arbonne will do your billing. They'll supply your business tools. They'll keep your website current. They'll keep track of your sales and clients. They'll offer you in-house education. You'll get mentoring from this team. Where else can you find that kind of support and freedom in any other business? At this price, at $79, you can't beat it. So, I'm also seeing a lot of people that are searching for stability, extra income, new income, when life has thrown them a huge curveball that they did not expect that was coming. I'm not getting any younger, although I look like I am, because it has to happen now. It has to happen now. And then I had started having a wonderful team. Fran, then Annie, then Bernadette. They inspired me to work harder. They gave me something to set my sights on and my goals outside of myself. I couldn't look at myself anymore. I had people who had big dreams, big goals, big needs, and I had to be the leader. So I should have been leading the team all along in a better way. And then I'd be even more ready for those teammates to join me. So if something didn't change in my business, I was going to fire myself. I really was. I looked in the mirror one day and said, I'm going to fire you if you don't get this together. I was tired of my performance and lack of consistency, goal setting, and internal commitment. I said, don't get me wrong, I had a really good business. I have loyal clients. I'm a strong DM. I've maintained that for years, gotten my DM bonus at times, but I was missing something. I never have doubted Arbonne's products, the business, or the support. Kretzer region is rock solid and something to be extremely proud of. It's not Arbonne, that we're always proud of. It's really who we are as a region. We're unique, trust me. But I didn't believe in myself completely, and I was quitting me. I was not quitting Arbonne. As many of you know, I love the product. I will never quit Arbonne, but I was quitting myself. So now, there should only be one poster child for perseverance, and I've got that title. And I'm not really going to share it with anybody else. Instead, I want you to be the model of professionalism, integrity, honesty, unwavering belief in yourself and Arbonne, humility, servanthood, friendship, loyalty, hard work, a balanced life, and generosity. Show others by your success that this is real, that this can change your life, and this is something to be really proud of.
Oh my. Did I tell you you're going to be training?
It was 4 minutes. It was only 4 minutes. I timed it.
Oh my goodness, thank you. That was awesome. Fantastic. This is so exciting. This is what you can't see when you're afraid to do a business. Oh, I don't want to be in a sales business. You don't see what you're going to get, the relationships you're going to get to have, and the growth that you get to be a part of. And we have one more area manager tonight. All right, Jesse, I want you to come up and help me recognize. Dottie Brown is sponsored by Jesse Collier. And then Dottie, come up. Get up here. And we have flower and gifts for you.
Thank you.
And here we go. Thank you. And Jesse, you have just a minute. Don't you worry. This is for me, and Jesse has, and we had asked Ann and Dottie if they would both say just a few words. Well, first we're going to get to say a few words about Dottie, and why don't you do the honors, since I've been talking so much this whole meeting.
Thank you.
Okay.
So,
Yeah,
this girl, I don't know if I trust myself either, because I can't look at you or else I'm going to cry. So, Dottie has been on an amazing journey, and it was really in the last 3 months that a serious mind shift happened where she believed that it was possible for herself. And a huge part of that is her amazing team that is now a part of her organization. And she wanted to believe it more for all of them. And in turn, she believed that it was possible for herself. So it's seriously a mind shift, and it's all mental. It's all in our head. And if you can believe it for yourself, then it is absolutely possible.
It's true. It's true. She summed it up beautifully.
We asked Dottie if she would also share a few words. She said, I will cry if I just put some aerobics music. Can I make aerobics music happen?
I am
That
one
was
of
for
those
you.
that cries quite a bit. So I'm just very honored to be standing before my friends, my upline, my downline, my sideline, just everyone here. I just feel honored and blessed, truly. And to follow Ann, Ann and I were at DM retreat last year and just really bonded, and words that she spoke tonight hit me, and that's when I decided I would never quit, which I'm not. So, anyway, I just wanted to share a little bit about you're never too old to start a new journey. There are a few of us that do. My journey with Arbonne started about 1.5 years ago, and it was a true accident that it happened. Honestly, Jesse and I were crossing paths at the Shady Grove Y where I taught, and then she takes fitness classes there, but also we were in Bible study together. But we were literally going down the hall, and she over her shoulder said, "Hey, what'd you think of that protein?" And I turned around and said, "What protein?" And she said, oh, gosh, okay, I'm sorry, I thought you were, well, long story short, I got the protein, right? I loved it. And after the protein came the RE9 skincare. And I was one of those people that had tried everything. So I thought, high-end cosmetics and products, and didn't have the reaction, of course, that my skin really excelled with the Arbonne product. So I decided to sign up as a wholesale consultant, honestly, not to become in the business, but just for the products. I knew I would buy them for life. And lo and behold, about 4 to 5 months later, Jessie kept dripping on me to just take a look at the business, which was way out there for me, you guys. I've been a stay-at-home mom. I'm a medical technologist by trade, but for 28 years, I've been a stay-at-home mom teaching fitness. And so I have nothing in the business arena, no business background whatsoever. I think I still had a flip phone. At the time, I didn't have a laptop. She had to show me how to use Google Maps because honestly, my life was within a 10-mile radius, and I was happy with that, so I thought. But once I started diving into this, I realized that there's so much more. I wasn't unhappy, but there's so much more. And with the help of this upline, this amazing upline, and also help from my downline, I'm still learning. The technology is my biggest stumbling block, but the shift, Jessie is right, came in the belief because I had those self-doubts. I didn't have the background that so many people do, and that's another thing that was shared tonight. You don't need to have A, B, C, and D to get into this business. It's what you put into it. And so with their help, I'm learning. I've always believed in the products, and I've believed in others, and I've enjoyed every single meeting coming to watch others receive their applause, if you will, to be recognized, but I never believed it for me.
We did.
Thank you.
I did.
So some of you, I guess, saw things that I never did, but yeah, that's what I see in all of you. So, but what this has given me is a new lease on life, if you will. So no longer am I walking into retirement years as thinking, oh, here I go down the hill. You know, I've been up here and now I'm going down. I'm heading on up, and I'm looking forward to it with pleasure. So I just want to say that you're never too old for a new journey, and you're never too young. There's no better time than right now to just take that leap of faith. If you're getting any sort of little tug, take it. Don't quit. We made that commitment, Jeanette and I, and a bunch of us at another retreat. Just don't quit. Just don't quit. Stay in long enough. So I really want to thank my entire team and Dina and Jessie for putting up with my countless questions. And how do you do Facebook? Next day, how do you do? My downline, my sideline, but really all of you in this room are near and dear to me, and I just appreciate all of the input that you've helped me, and I hope that I can reciprocate that back to you. Thank you.
I couldn't agree more. You know, looking for those of you who have children, maybe you think like me, oh, I don't even want to think about empty nest years. I can't imagine not having these adorable children at home. And I thought like that, and yet my empty nest years have been filled with all of you, and a journey that just, an adventure that keeps on going. I would never have imagined what I had in store for me, beginning at the age of 50. So anyway, all right. Oh, wait,
Okay,
you.
and next we want to recognize we still have more recognition, guys. We want to recognize our district manager bonus earners. So that's having $5,000 in your central district in sales, and 5 new preferred clients or consultants sponsored that month as well. So you get a $200 bonus from Arbonne, but Dina and I like to gift you with a Starbucks gift card too. So we have Rachel Camfield, and come and stay up. Julie Greenhammer, Jeanette Stoneman, Jamie Stafford, Ginger Rucker, Amber Fry, Ann Maloney, Jessie Palmer, Dottie Brown, and Amy Moore.
And Jessie, and Dottie, and Amy's not here. You got it.
You got it.
So, congrats. Wow. That is awesome. Awesome. So, are we, okay, I don't see any cameras out anywhere. That's me. So, I don't even know where mine went. I've already lost it. You're a big group. So, anyway. So, squish in, squish, 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 squish. Y'all are awesome.
Nice
Teach
looking
others
group.
to do what you do. Congratulations.
Congrats. And
Rachel, not so
Rachel,
fast.
stay
Not
up
so
here.
fast.
Okay, so another little cool thing from Arbonne is when it's in your first month, you can come here. This is Rachel's first month as a district manager. And when you earn your district manager bonus in your first month, you get several little extras. So you get the $200 bonus from Arbonne, you get another $200 bonus from Arbonne through our Grow Strong program. And Dina and I give, so your RVP, CTU gives you an extra $100. Thank you. So you take your own
Roll here. I think we've had one earning that every meeting for a while. Thanks,
So
Anna,
good.
Amber, Rachel, who's next. And then next I want to recognize two who earned their area manager bonus from Arbonne. Who are they? Jesse Collier, Connolly Stewart. Jesse is, again, halfway to region qualification, to getting closer and closer. Team Collier Dream Bigger region all the time. That is just fantastic. And our team together is getting closer and closer to the nation qualification point. And so you all are just awesome. It's a team. Nobody does this by themselves. It's a team effort, and it's just such a privilege to work with all of you. And next.
And next would be our perfect brick earners. So if you're wondering, what does a brick have to do with Arbonne? So we teach to lay a steady foundation for your business, because that builds a sustainable flow of income, right? We're not the get-rich-quick scheme like Dina said, so we encourage each month to work to earn your perfect brick. And your perfect brick is having $2,500 in sales between your preferred clients and any newly sponsored consultants. And when you earn that, a fun incentive that Dina and I do is we have a charm bracelet, and you get a charm to add to your bracelet each time you earn your brick. So we'll call you up to get your charm. Rachel Canfield, Amber Louise-Strong, those will be in the mail, Ginger Rucker,
Yep, here. Just stay for a second.
Ann Maloney, Jeanette Stoneman,
We get one every time.
where am I? Kate Pico, mailing yours Kate, Amber Fry, Amy Muir, Jessie Collier, Elka Brown, Dottie Brown, Fran Babishak, and Geraldine Carey.
Fran, Elka,
Geraldine,
and Fran.
you get your bracelet.
And do we not have Amber, Katie, Christina, Dottie. Where is Dottie? Oh, here you are. There you go.
And then two girls in Japan. Right now.
Oh, the bracelet.
And then from Jesse.
Okay, here you go. Congratulations, perfect brick earners. This is crazy.
No.
Okay, and then new district managers, when you promote to district manager, you get the bracelet. So Geraldine's like, I've got the charm, where's the bracelet? What's happening here? So Geraldine, as a new district manager, now you have your bracelet. And the promoting district manager who promoted the new district manager gets a charm. So we have charms for
This is Jamie.
Jamie Stafford,
Jamie.
Jamie for promoting Geraldine to add to your bracelet, and Julia Jane Lambert for promoting Kate Pico. Congratulations for promoting new district managers, ladies. Okay, that's a lot of recognition. Whew, this is a good thing, you guys.
One more.
Okay, I am now going to, you want me to go ahead and, I'm going to,
That's right.
Yeah.
Actually, we're going to do this first, right?
okay, yeah, we have a special surprise. GTC, you want to?
All right. So there are several in here who are going with us to GTC, and several, just a few. An awesome, awesome group. We are so excited. And everyone in Andy's Nation, we agreed that your RVPs would gift you with the shirts this year. So we have them here for you. And so, okay, just so if y'all would just like run, you know what? Run up here and get them. Lauren, Rachel, Jeanette.
Thank you.
This is who we get to do Vegas with. Actually, Lindsay, Rachel. You want to call 3 of them?
Anne, Maloney, Dottie. I have Elka here. Fran,
Ginger.
Jessie,
And grab some more.
Julie, Jane, Jamie Stafford, Nicole,
Geraldine.
Amber.
Wow.
Amber. Sorry.
All right. Everyone who is going to GTC, who is part of our region, should have a shirt. Tell me if we messed up anywhere. Don't raise your hand. Okay, good. All right. Next, Connolly is going to. So those, remember, you'll wear on. Well, maybe I remember Thursday night. Thank you very much. That's the night we can get away with wearing jeans. The rest of the time, business casual. All right, next, Connolly is going to share about the awesome incentive that Arbonne has for new consultants. And then right after Connolly, I promised you great information on our 30-day clean eating program, and that's going to come from wonderful, newer district manager who doesn't seem very new anymore, Amber Fry. So Connolly and then Amber, hop right up.
Okay,
that.
great.
Okay.
So one thing I love about Arbonne is we have a great program to reward you for getting started in your business and get going and earning money. And it's our Strong Start program. So if you complete, first, this is how you complete the Strong Start. So you complete the program by promoting to district manager in your first 2 months. And what you earn is the tote bag. I see Ginger's, the cool, really nice. I mean, look how much stuff she's got in this thing. Tote bag. I saw Geraldine had the Arbonne key necklace. Men have a, don't worry, men do not have the necklace. There's a man prize too. And then the RE9 set. Okay, so that's pretty cool. The RE9 set's really where it's at, right? And then in addition, if you sponsor 3 consultants, in that same 2-month period, you also get a $700 product voucher, which is really fun. And we have 2 people actually who just earned it. So just stand up. Rachel Camfield and Geraldine Terry. Congratulations. You ladies worked so hard for it, and I know Geraldine's like, the $700 is there. What should I get? It's really exciting, right? To shop for $700 in product. Okay, and so Amber, you're up, my friend.
Tina told me not to make this too long and not to prepare too much, but that's like the opposite of my personality. So, okay, so my name is Amber Fry, and I'm a district manager and an independent consultant in Arbonne, and I started my business this past December. I am a music teacher. I got my performance degree at VCU in cello performance, and I've been teaching private lessons for 13 years. And to be completely honest, I'm extremely burned out in my job. I do love my students, but I'm exhausted when I come home. It's hard to be present with my husband. We want to start family planning in the next year, which would be really exciting, and it feels impossible with my job. So I know a lot of people felt that way with teaching, and there's some other teachers in here. And I really resonated with that. The first time I came to this meeting was like, I really want to do this. I want to do this for myself. I want to do this for my husband. And I just want my future to look different. So that's why I'm doing Arbonne, and I'm really excited for the company to, it really kind of speaks my heart when it comes to health and the products, and being able to kind of help other people and their health. The 30-day clean eating program is like actually how I got involved in Arbonne and introduced to it 3.5 years ago. My husband and I were feeling like total crap, and we just, to be honest, we were just feeling awful. And we came upon Arbonne, and it was
life-changing for us. And I think everybody that's done this program has a story, and a lot of them are very similar. But for me, I found out I was gluten intolerant 4 years ago, and then taking food, I didn't realize how food was like negatively impacting my life and my health until this 30-day clean eating program. So I'd already taken out gluten out of my diet, and this just showed me so many things about food and what I needed, what my body needed. My husband has always struggled with insomnia, and that's been really hard on our marriage. The first time we did the 30-day clean eating program, he slept like a baby. It was awesome. I know everybody talks about sleeping and just feeling better, having beautiful skin, all of these things we witnessed. And I just could not wait to tell other people about how I was feeling. You know, I kind of worked out to make up for what I was eating. I used to train for triathlons and half marathons and marathons, and then I had a hip injury. So I was no longer able to do that anymore. So that's why I was saying I felt like total crap. So that's kind of how we got involved in Arbonne, and I saw I was a believer in Arbonne's products. I think the biggest thing for me was food freedom, and I'll explain that a little bit. I think I had food issues. I never really felt like I was eating the right things. A lot of the things that I was eating was making me sick. So it was awesome to just feel good, for my stomach to feel good, for me to have energy, to be able to sleep better. So I was sold on Arbonne. So this is my husband and me. We just went to San Francisco last month, and that was really fun for just a trip for us. This is our dog, Hachi and Thumbelina. Yes, they like to wear t-shirts around the house. And if anybody would like to adopt 2 dogs, talk to me afterwards. Okay, so the sad truth is that 2 out of every 3 Americans are considered to be overweight and obese. People are dealing with fatigue. They're tired. It seems to be a national anthem that everybody's talking about. I'm tired. I don't feel good. I hear it all the time. About half of adults have 1 or more chronic health conditions. A lot of that is due to the foods that we're eating that causes inflammation and problems, which is kind of virtually at the basis of a lot of diseases. People are unhappy, funny side, and they're just not feeling good. So one of the reasons that this world is this way is because of the food that we're eating. Basically, I'm not going to explain all of this, but basically we're all overfed and undernourished. We gain weight. This is gross. We gain weight. We feel sluggish. We just feel bad. So this leaves our bodies yearning for something better, something healthier. So when a product comes along that's healthy and safe and tastes amazing, and I'm talking about Arbonne, it's not surprising that people fall in love with it once they try it. Arbonne's 30 Days to Healthy Living program and Arbonne's essential products were created to develop healthy eating habits, maintain or lose weight, and increase your energy, not to make you unhealthy, overweight, and tired, which is a lot of the foods out there that is easily accessible to us, that's cheaper to eat. Those kind of make you feel the opposite of what Arbonne does. So let's talk about why they are that way. First of all, every ingredient of the 30-day clean eating program is made with no pesticides, no hormones, no antibiotics, no saturated fats and trans fats, no soy, no gluten, no dairy, no corn, no refined sugar, no artificial flavors, colors, or sweeteners, no GMOs, no high fructose corn syrup, and are completely vegan. That's amazing. So secondly, the whole clean eating program is based around the 5 key principles to health. Eat clean. Increase your nutrient intake, eliminate acidic, allergenic, and addictive foods, balance your blood sugar, that's huge, and then support your elimination organs. So that's key, is to be able to, is to detox your body, and then just get rid of things that we constantly are exposing our body to. The nutrition pack includes the 30 Days to Healthy Living Guide, the vanilla protein shake mix, the chocolate shake mix, the fiber boost, the digestion plus, the herbal detox tea, fizz sticks, hallelujah, and the 7-day body cleanse. We don't do coffee on this cleanse, so it's nice that we have the fizz sticks, which has some caffeine in there.
It will get you through. If you feel like you can't do this because you can't do coffee, yes, you can. So I'm just going to transition into. Oh wait, forgot. Sorry. Is that it? No. So you have. That's not it. This is an easy program. You cannot fail at it unless you quit. You stop doing it. It's easy for anyone. So not only do you have that, but you have free online coaching through a private Facebook group. You have access to grocery shopping lists. You even have a vegan month, which is great for people that are vegan. We have recipes and menu plans. It's easy. The meals are delicious. They're easy to cook. My husband does not cook. He cooked a lot of the meals at night when I worked late. That says a lot because he literally does not cook. So that's pretty much what the program is. What was I thinking with these slides? All right. So I'm just going to end with testimonies. That's why I have the smiley face there. I've told you my story. I mean, I could talk about it forever, but it's been really amazing to be able to do this company and witness my preferred clients going through this program, and some really beautiful testimonies. My mother-in-law and my father-in-law did this program with me and my husband this past January. They went into it merely, and I think a lot of people go into it just for a weight loss program. They think, okay, I need to lose weight, so I'm going to do this, sure. And then they find all of these other beautiful things that comes with the program. So my father-in-law's lost almost 30 pounds since January. He's continuing to do the clean eating. He's completely sold on eating organic, which I never thought he would ever say. And my mother-in-law's lost almost, I think it's 15 pounds, but she is continuing to lose weight. The best part is she's always struggled with knee problems. She had a torn meniscus back years and years ago, and always had knee issues. Hard for her to walk up and down the stairs. A tradition of ours is to go on walks after dinner. A lot of times she has to opt out. She's not able to do that. The first week during the 30-day clean eating program, she went to a show with her husband, and typically she takes the elevator up and down. They were on the second floor. She was able to walk in there pain-free and then walk down with the crowd down the 2 flights of stairs with no knee pain. She actually had no knee pain during the whole 30 days, which I think is just beautiful. I love that I'm able to share this with people, and she started putting food back into her diet and started feeling that pain again. But I just love that she has the knowledge now. She knows that food is affecting her negatively, and she can choose to do whatever she wants with that. My friend Megan and Cody did the 30-day clean eating program in February, and he struggled with migraines pretty much his whole life. He gets them about every 2 months, every 2 weeks, sometimes once a week. He didn't have one migraine on this clean eating program. My sister, my older sister, she did it. She's had high blood pressure, like scary blood pressure, really high, and on the 30-day clean eating program, her blood pressure went down significantly. She does not have to be on medication, which is really great, and she's just choosing to eat better after learning a lot. And then I'm just going to share one last testimony, and then I'm done. Allie Moog, she was a preferred client of mine, and she just finished the program in March. She sent me in her testimony, which I think is really beautiful. Over the last 4 weeks, many people have asked me why this cleanse and why now. As a registered nurse working with intensive care patients, I see a huge range of medical issues, chronic disease, and people on the way to many medications. I have seen firsthand that we must take care of our bodies. Did I think my husband and I were healthy? Yes. Could we be healthier? Yes. I came to a point where I felt we needed to start running full speed ahead towards a healthier lifestyle. Before we even started this cleanse, I did not think I could do it. I worked 12-hour shifts, snacking all day, and I used to drink 2 to 3 cups of coffee just to get me through. Now, at the end of the last week, I'm so proud to say no coffee, no tempting sweets, and no junk feels great. I've been sleeping better, my skin feels awesome, the scale doesn't lie, and the compliments feel great. I understand my body in a new way that all my medical training could not have taught me. This 4-week period has been a game changer for my hubby and I. Arbonne and Amber gave us the structure and the support we needed to start making our healthier happen. This is one of the reasons why I do Arbonne. I think it's so cool to be able to see the changes in people and help people. I think that's a passion of mine. So if you're new here tonight and you know someone or you feel like this is a program that you're interested in, definitely talk to whoever brought you here tonight to get more information. Maybe it's from a health standpoint or you feel like you do want to lose weight. I've heard friends don't let friends detox alone, so you can always find a buddy to do it with. Thank you.
I love all your technology up there. I didn't put that together.
Yeah, that was super.
So, Anna and Jeanette, if we could have you all come up here and do the raffles. Where's the little bag? Can you grab the bag? If we could have one of you call the numbers, I'll get your raffle tickets out. And these are to in qualification for area. I just had to get them up here again. So one of you draw and one of you run. This is not a raffle prize. Is this a raffle right here? That's a big guy. 1, 2,
This is a raffle?
going once.
Okay, it's a raffle.
2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Yes, that's a raffle.
Yes, okay.
3, 6, 7. You guys ready?
Wow, 7 lucky winners.
Bingo. Okay. All right. Kylie, you run. To who?
I shouldn't do it.
Okay. 930271.
Ready?
I got a good one. Okay, 256. 930256. Yay!
What goes around comes around.
All right. 930246.
246.
246. Give the good one.
I mean yours.
You're not going to get one.
930274.
Cheesesteak. Somebody gets as excited as Carly about winning. I was like,
930269. Right here. How many more do we have? 2 more?
2 more.
Oh, yay. 247.
That's you.
You should give it to someone else.
What, is it you?
No, because once you're an area manager, this is
Enjoy that. Area managers and bring the raffle.
Yeah.
All right. Last one.
Yep, last one.
This is it, guys. $1 million.
268. Is that it?
That's it. Thank you, ladies. You're a good team there. Okay, well, you guys, I just want to share a quick message to close out our meeting tonight. We've had such a fabulous meeting, and you know, it's so nice to hear all the different stories of who's doing this business and how different everyone is. So I just wanted to let you know a little bit about who I am, but in a unique way. So we say when we're told, when we're looking at this business, someone asks you, if you continue doing what you're doing for 5 years, where will you be? So I decided to think, because I am 5 years out here, to think, where would I be right now if I would have continued to do what I was doing 5 years ago and not have made the change? Okay, so 5 years ago, I was a kindergarten teacher. And so many of you know that about me, but so many of you don't. So you're going to hear it again, those of you who do. I was in, my first or second year of teaching, and I was introduced to Arbonne. And at the time, I wasn't unhappy with teaching by any means. I think I would say I was neutral. And I don't know about you, but I don't want to be neutral. You know, if you ever have someone come into your home decor, they really maybe say, let's not all have browns in your home, for example. You know, so I didn't want to be neutral exactly, but that's kind of where I was in teaching. There were things that I absolutely loved. That's why I went into the profession, which was helping others, working with children. And I loved working with other other teachers, just that friendship, the friendships that I had. That was really important to me, and I still maintain those friendships. In fact, one of those teachers is a district manager, Julia Jane Lambert. So you can see how cool that turned out. Here we are 5 years later. I don't think we could have imagined, right? So, but some of the things that I wasn't quite in love with was the fact that I didn't feel super, super challenged. I know that sounds crazy to some of you. Some of you teachers are like, "What is wrong with you? How could you not feel challenged in the profession?" But for me, it's that I just knew, I really knew what was expected of me at all times, but I didn't see a way to grow and still maintain my afternoons open, my summers off. I didn't see a next step, if that makes sense. So that's what I'm saying by I didn't see a way to be challenged, okay? I started to notice a lot of teachers stayed very late in the evenings. That was not on my agenda. I'll tell you, I loved that by contract I could leave at 2:40, and I was the gal who would try, I would be so efficient all day so that if I could, I would get out at 2:40, and that was a big if, but I really loved to have those afternoons open, and I loved my summer vacations and spring breaks, and those are the things that I started learning about myself, because I like freedom. So I started seeing, gosh, I don't know if this is going to if I'm going to be able to continue to have this sort of freedom if I continue doing this, all right? So those were kind of the things going on in my mind when Arbonne was introduced to me. But what I didn't know about myself, and now 5 years later I do because of this business, is that I could step outside of my comfort zone. I could do this business. I did not know that about myself 5 years ago. I could grow a team of amazing leaders who could also have choices. Didn't quite see that. And I just didn't, to be honest. I knew that I wanted a challenge. I just didn't know it was going to look like that. 5 years ago, I could not imagine being home with my two little guys, putting them in a preschool that I choose on the times that I choose, so that I can also have some time for myself, but be very present in their lives too. I mean, we are like peanut butter and jelly this week, me and my boys. My husband's out of town, so I'm like, this is so actually really cool, because we just kind of get along. We just have this thing. We have a rhythm, because this is what we do all the time together. Couldn't imagine that 5 years ago. I could not imagine that Ryan and I would have some of the fun conversations we have when we're, dreaming together. So we try to specifically sit, let's have a glass of wine and just let's dream, let's think about our future, because we have to do that in order to be able to continue to grow. That would have never been on my radar 5 years ago. I wouldn't have even known how to do that. The thought of that would have seemed ridiculous to me, to be honest, because it was that far out. It's not, maybe in a way I did feel like I didn't deserve it, but I wouldn't even maybe go that far. It's just that it had never really been modeled to me, I think is more what it is. So I wouldn't have imagined that I'm modeling this lifestyle now for my children, to be able to have their choices and own their own businesses if they would choose one day, do what makes them happy and their heart happy. I would not imagine that one of the conversations Ryan and I would be talking about would be, what do you want to do, babe, when you can leave your full-time corporate America job? Like, what else would you like to do? And realistically be thinking that. That's crazy, but it's not, because we have Arbonne. But 5 years ago, that would not have been on my radar. If I would have continued doing what I did 5 years ago, where would I be now? I would be feeling very tired. I know that for a fact, because I have 2 and 4-year-old boys. And I would feel more tired than I do now, because I would be dropping them off to some sort of child care while I was getting to school at 7 a.m. And, that's just would have been really difficult for me, because I do know that taking care of the 25 kids in my class was very draining for me. And so then coming home also, I just think it would have personally just been a really hard fit for me, and I would have felt very torn. I wouldn't have had the mentors that I have now in my life, so that's a biggie too. any corporate America job, there really is only room for X amount at the top, right? So there's a different mentality generally in corporate America. I mean, school system basically is a corporate, I mean, any of those sorts of designs, but not in Arbonne. So I have become just such a different mother than I think I would be if I hadn't had these influences in my life. I look at things differently. So that's a shift. That is something Arbonne truly provides us, you guys, current consultants and those looking at the business, is it gives us a big mind shift. So I notice now that my team and I, we find ourselves just always looking at the positive, and we attract positive people to our business, by the way. So you're just going to get that no matter what. But, you know, it's like there's this different mindset. If something, you know, goes wrong around the house or the kids are crazy, it's like, I'm writing in my gratitude journal every night 5 things I'm grateful for. I would not have imagined that 5 years ago. Okay, so those are the sorts of things that are different now than they may have been. And I was telling Dina last night, we were boxing back and forth. If you don't know what that is, it's fun. It's like walkie-talkie communication. And I was saying, this is just, it's almost scarier, or scarier might not be the right word, but it's harder to think now, where would I be now if I hadn't made this decision 5 years, is almost harder to think about than 5 years ago when I had to think about, if I don't make a shift, where am I going to be? Because I'm truly so grateful for what we have in our life, because it really would not be possible if it weren't for Arbonne. We were very much a 2-income family. My husband never had stay-at-home mom on his radar. Pretty much his jaw dropped when I proposed that idea. But by the grace of God, he had faith in me, and I had faith in this business because someone else had done it before me. Truthfully, that's really all it is. And so everybody's journey is different, but for me, that's mine. I have been in Arbonne, 5 years, I think. I'm losing track because it's just so much fun. It feels like yesterday that I started this business, but I can't really believe all the amazing things that have happened. And to do this business with the people that we get to do Arbonne with, which basically equals life with, is really special. And it's life-changing. And the respect that Amber shared with our nutritionals, that was amazing. Those testimonies you shared, that really is something else. But then to hear someone else say, just Dottie, to hear your story and the changes in you, and then how you can pay that forward, that's what Arbonne is to me. So I don't know what it is to you, but I think if you are a guest tonight, I would just challenge you to think about 5 years from now, where will you be if you continue doing what you're doing now? If you're a consultant, same thing. Because sometimes this business feels hard. That's the reality. If this were easy, wouldn't everyone be doing it, right? So that's why we have to grow in order to succeed. But I want you to think, if you are consultants too, where am I going to be if I continue doing what I'm doing now in my business? And is that where I want to be? Because that was a game changer for me. When it felt a little bit comfortable in my business, but I had to ask myself, but where do I want to be, not just for myself, but for my team, our team, in 5 years? It's a powerful thought. So thank you guys so much for coming.
Right?
Yeah,
We did.